Hello everyone and welcome back to today's thoughts on the track. We're now on our 6th out of our 8 days of Christmas for the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pack Wave 3 tracks. And today we'll be taking a look at DS Peach Gardens. Peach Gardens has never been one of my all-time favorites, but it's a nostalgic track nonetheless. I played its remake in Mario Kart Wii growing up, and of course I've played the original version from Mario Kart DS. It's a pleasantly peaceful track when the chain chomps aren't out to get you. And when you consider some of Peach's other tracks include GBA Peach Circuit, aka The Chicken Nugget, and GCN Peach Beach, this track is definitely a little bit more memorable in my book. The question is, did Mario Kart 8 Deluxe make it more memorable? Let's find out. Some of the notable characteristics of Peach Gardens were obviously kept in, such as the many grass patches you see of notable Mario characters. You also have to contend with some chain chomps. Interestingly, they went from roaming freely in the original to being attached to chains in the Wii version to roaming freely again here. Let the chain chomps go, I say. They're probably easier to dodge when they roam anyway. When they're attached to the chain, you have no idea when it'll spring out at you. The details don't exactly blow me away, especially when compared to some of the other tracks from this wave, but it's still got significant visual upgrades, and when you see a lush garden like this get that kind of a boost, it is a great thing to see. In terms of track design, the most significant difference is that the final lap is driven in reverse, and this was of course a change inspired by Mario Kart Tour. The R version is indeed the final lap, and I contend that that lap is the most enjoyable part because you get a pretty gliding section where you get to see beautiful grass statues of Luigi and Peach. There is one other track that reverses itself on the final lap in this game. I covered it in the very first thoughts on the track, Tour Paris Promenade. And with its relaxed visuals and music and reversed final lap gimmick, those tracks are quite similar in this game. You also have obstacles such as a piranha plant and Monty moles to contend with, not just the aforementioned chain chomp, but you can of course do tricks off the Monty mole holes, so that's cool. The last lap being in reverse is of course an interesting idea that lets you see life from both sides. It's especially good for that aforementioned glide through the grass statues. But much like that Tour Berlin Byways track we covered yesterday, some of these turns can be confusing, especially when you hit that last lap and everything reverses itself. And Peach Gardens has some pretty big circular turns to take, so you gotta look out for those. Surely those annoying red arrows will alert you to them though, but I've already ranted enough about those in this series. Here's where I think the track takes the biggest step up, the music. It's fantastic. Now I'm going to stretch your brains back a little bit to Moo Moo Meadows. Think about what that song originally sounded like in Mario Kart Wii, then think about how it changed in Mario Kart 8. What changed with that live orchestration? Well, you now have a beautiful string section. The violin is majestic. The same sort of thing happens here. Now I'm going to show you how the music sounds in Mario Kart Wii. It's pretty and all, and it is in fact a remake because it's remaking from Mario Kart DS. But then compare it to how it's remade again in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Here's the two different versions. Oh, and one other interesting wrinkle is that the music is in 3/4 waltz time, meaning that your front running beat is dun 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 dun. The only other track in this game to do that, well, that is of course Tour Paris Promenade. So overall, I argue that with the somewhat improved visuals, the more interesting final lap, and the rather beautiful music, Nintendo succeeded in making Peach Gardens a more memorable track. I feel like Peach has been left out in the Mario Kart world as of late. No new Nitro tracks in Wii, 7, or 8. What are they hating on the good princess for? Well, at least this is a good consolation prize, I suppose. Because if they can't make a good new track for her, at least they can do a very solid remake of an old track. I would give it a 7 out of 10 if I wasn't so freaking impressed by the music, so it gets an 8 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I will see you with Merry Mountain tomorrow. Bye bye.